Okay. Ah, God. Hello. Welcome to my humble abode. As you can see, I've chosen to live a green and eco-friendly life. You see, I had an epiphany a couple days ago. Man, wish I had a video idea. It's so hard to come up with those sometimes. Oh well. Oh, darn it, I'm supposed to recycle those, not throw them over my shoulder. Ugh, it's so hard to be environmentally aware. Wish there was an easier way to be beneficial to Mother Earth. Oh. Wait! And so I decided to live my life centered around the biodegradable material that is cardboard. And luckily for me, since I'm such a huge gamer, Nintendo recently released their Labo line, which is made for me. It's cardboard, eco-friendly, and it's a video game. So, you know, I got it. I got both. When you open the box, you're greeted by your physical copy of the game on top of all the cardboard sheets you're going to need to craft those Toy-Cons. I'm personally mixed on the cover art for both Labo games. While both fronts feature some charming icons depicting what you're going to be building, and are super clean with the white background and logo and text, there's a part of me that's irked by the lack of the Nintendo Switch logo in the top left corner like all the other physical releases have, and by the boring back cover. Like, why is there no pictures or anything besides the Switch logo, and why, in God's name, does the barcode go over the black bar at the side? It just looks like a mistake. The cartridges are also nothing super special. The art looks pretty cool, very vibrant colors, but dear God, these spines. I love the spines on these. I love how at least on the spine they stuck to the tradition of having the Switch logo on the far left and the Nintendo logo on the far right, where the publisher goes. I love how the Toy-Cons are numbered on the spine too. The collector part of me is just itching to get Toy-Con number 3 and line it up next to these two. I honestly love the black spine, different color to set it apart from the regular Switch games, and looks pretty good when set on a shelf next to my other Switch games. Well, enough staring at the thing, let's actually build it. Luckily, my Switch was one of the few survivors when I threw everything in my life away to replace it with cardboard. Let's just get into it now. Let's see, how long does this piano take? Oh, man. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. When building the Toy-Cons, the Switch will give you video tutorials that you can zoom into and swipe around to get a better view. You can do these in both handheld mode and TV mode, and it also includes a fast forward function. Thank God! These tutorials can feel like they're just dragging on sometimes. But regardless, they're surprisingly detailed. There weren't many times where I felt lost or stuck. Some of the items take quite a long time. Heck, most of the stuff in the variety kit required around 2 to 3 hours to build. And once you're done building it, you can instantly play with them or decorate them if you want. Alongside the Labo, Nintendo also released a customization kit, which I also got because I just really hate money. The kit itself comes with some stickers, stencils, and washi tape. Overall, not bad, but you could probably just decorate it with other stuff you have lying around for free. Well, now that I've actually finished building all these Toy-Cons, let me show you what they can do and, my thoughts on them. I'll be rating them on a 5-point scale. I'll be starting off with the variety kit, and from that, the RC cars. You can control them using the Switch, and that's about it. You could also try messing around with the IR camera view or auto mode where it follows anything within close proximity. You can also control 2 RC cars using the same Switch. The kit comes with a second RC car to build, and you and a friend could battle each other and try to knock each other over. Honestly, it's pretty okay, but at the end of the day, they're still just slow RC cars you drive around and maybe have fun with for 10 minutes at most. 2 out of 5. Next up is the fishing rod, and this is pretty decent. You can pretty much just drop your lure in the water and wait for something to bite so you can hurriedly pull back up. Unfortunately, you don't actually get to keep the fish you catch in game, so unfortunately my family's gonna have to go hungry for another week since I spent all my money on Labo. Now the fishing can be pretty fun, testing your luck by sinking your lure as far as it can go and trying to pull back a shark, but boy am I bad at this. It's so difficult for me to catch anything in this game. But besides all that, there isn't really anything else to do here. There's an aquarium where you can view all the fish you've caught, but nothing really else past that. 3 out of 5 cardboard. Next is the house. Boy, do I love this thing. It's just so cute. You stick these little blocks into the sides of the house to play with your little creature, and depending on which ones you stick into where, you can open up different little mini-games to play with your little monster. None of the mini-games are particularly hard or super innovative, but just shaking the house around and playing with your little fuzzy creature is so relaxing. 4 out of 5. Next is the racing game. You use the steering wheel to race a motorcycle. It works well, nothing too groundbreaking here. There are quite a few courses to race on, and you can even make your own courses and racetracks by either driving using the steering wheel or by using these. You build tracks using this by tilting it around, and you can use this to scan surfaces with the IR camera so you can make tracks to play on in-game. Now you may be wondering, why do you need to build all these cardboard attachments just to do all that? Well, you don't. These are literally just for looks. Well, that's all you get to do with the steering wheel. Overall, nice spread of stuff. They could have easily stopped just letting you race, didn't need to include track making, so props for that. 4 out of 5. And last but not least, the infamous piano. This thing is way more impressive than I thought. The regular piano mode is pretty boring. You could use the knobs to change the sounds, and that's about it. But the studio mode is where it shines. Here you could go up and down between octaves, change the volume, reverb, and noise envelope, even put the piano into acoustic mode where it plays the notes using the Joy-Con's HD rumble. You could record performances and layer them to make entire songs. You can also scan your own cut-up wavelength cards, and the piano will play the sound that comes out. And there's a rhythm card you could use to set up a beat, and you could even change the tempo of the song by swinging the left Joy-Con like a conductor's baton. Ton of cool stuff to do in here, easily a 5 out of 5. Now that's it from the variety kit overall. Pretty nice spread of stuff, right? However, how does that compare to the robot kit? Let's build it and find out. Why? Yeah, that's right, Aaron. Just try and mess with me now. The robot game itself consists of you putting on the robot backpack and visor, attaching the foot straps and holding onto the arm pieces, maybe even adjust the length to your liking. And now, you're ready to play with your robot kit. There are quite a few game modes offered, but still less content than there really should be for an $80 product. The first of which is Robot Mode, where you have a set amount of time to destroy as much as you can to get a high score. It's about as much fun as you'd expect from a Wii game or pretty much any motion control game, only now you're pulling strings from a box. You lift your legs to walk, extend each arm to punch, lean in each direction to steer, bend down to turn into a tank, and you can extend both arms to fly around, and that's it. There's some extra stuff, like if you punch while a tank, you can shoot lasers, or having one leg extended while falling does a drill kick, bringing down that visor switches your view to first person, or staying absolutely still gives you a charge punch, and that's what I love in games, staying absolutely still. There's also the challenge mode, which gives you levels to complete that will challenge your mastery of the robot's skills. This is probably the one game mode that feels like an actual game and not a mini-game. However, there are only 12 of these levels and they're all pretty short. Such as this level, which just involves you walking forward. And that's it. Next up is the Versus mode, which allows you to connect a second robot and fight against a friend. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone else who hates money as much as I do, so I haven't really gotten to try this feature out yet. Well, that's not completely true. You can fight against an AI and, oh boy, is it ever the easiest thing in the world. Bringing down your visor in this mode auto-locks you onto your opponent, meaning you don't have to steer or aim, and all you just need to do is continually punch until you win. Like, I'm aware I'm far older than who this product is being targeted for, but come on. The next 3 modes are, in my opinion, kinda boring and pointless. The first of which is the Hanger, which allows you to customize the look of your robot. Now, this can kinda be fun if you care about how your robot looks, but for everyone else, it's just kinda you change the colors once and never go back. The second one is Robo Studio, where you can play around with what sound effects your robot makes. And the third is Calories, which measures how many calories you burn while playing the game. Yeah. And that's it for the game modes for the robot kit. In my opinion, a bit lacking when compared to the variety kit. But, believe it or not, I'm not done yet. Labo still has more to offer, thankfully. Both Labo kits have their own little tutorial areas. Here they teach you about how the Joy-Cons work, how the IR camera and everything works in the Joy-Cons, and general tips on how to decorate or repair your Labo should they break. Personally, I'm a huge fan of this. It teaches kids about exactly how everything works instead of just going MAGIC! Like they could have easily done. And alongside all that, there's a lot of useful tips on decorating and taking care of your stuff. I mean, especially considering it's cardboard. It's not going to last forever. Any tips on helping kids making it last as long as possible is welcome. And finally, there's the Toy-Con Garage, the aspect everyone's been talking about, and boy, let me tell you, it's actually pretty good. The Garage gives you a ton of freedom. It's its own drag-and-drop coding language, allowing you to choose different inputs, outputs, and the like to program into your system. The possibilities with this are literally endless. You can use the input from a piano key being pressed to make the screen light up, or if the screen is tapped, a sound will play, or if you're not very creative like me, There's a ton of potential for a budding young programmer to get his footing while using this. You can save multiple projects to go back to later, and there's no limit to how many nodes you can throw on there. I don't actually think there is one. People have been calling this the best feature of Labo, and honestly, I have to agree with them. Well, now that I'm done playing with all this stuff, where am I gonna put it? Like, I'm not just letting it sit out here forever. Yeah, you better have the shelf or storage space necessary for this stuff, unless you just want to throw it away and get new cardboard to assemble later, which you could actually do. Nintendo has individual replacement cardboard sets up for sale if you need them. Well, everything from the Variety Kit was small enough to fit in my closet or under my bed, but where am I gonna put this robot thing? The game gave me the tip of stuffing all the extra robot stuff inside the backpack for safekeeping, and while it does keep everything compact, you still have the giant robot backpack to worry about. The game also suggests that you use the loop on the bag to hook it onto your wall. However, the only hook I have is on my door, so until I find somewhere else to put it, it's gonna have to stay there. And that's pretty much it for my thoughts on Labo. Besides what I've talked about, the style in this game is off the charts. Everything's so colorful and cheery with little sound effects and animations and puffs of smoke during the assembly instructions, and it has a pretty funky soundtrack, like, I could just fucking dance to this shit.
Now that this is all finally done with, I can relax. Huh? Nintendo Labo Creators Contest? Best Original Invention using Toy-Con Garage? Yeah. I could do this, yeah. I'm creative. Yeah!
Hi, I'm Penguin, and welcome to my Toy-Con video. This Toy-Con is called the Reminder. Every single time you press this button, it reminds you of how much you spend on this stuff. Yep, super useful. Alright, does it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. I know I enjoyed making it. I said it earlier, but overall, Labo's alright, you know. Definitely the Variety Kit more so than the Robot Kit, though. Huge shout out to Aaron for letting me borrow his capture card to capture all the footage for this video. Literally wouldn't have been possible without him. Like, I don't have a capture card. Capture cards cost money. And like I've been saying, I don't have money because I spent it all on Labo. But yeah, huge shout out to Aaron. I'll link him in the description. Look.